Hey there, I think I'm live now. I think everything looks so different in Restream, and it's annoying me. You can hear that in my voice. Um, I it took me what, like 2 hours to actually upload a short of the coloring page I was doing in the buddy color with Mandy. Because I had to do all the kinds of things with KindMaster to, I don't know, some changes that happened with that in YouTube. And then, you know, just unbelievable amount of hoops just to make one short. Just ridiculous. So I was going to make the short and then go on and do some work I need to do around the house, but I'm too aggravated right now. And so I'm going to color. Hey, Regina. And the light keeps changing because it's a nice sunny day, and first there's too much sun to have a light on, and then there's not enough sun to have a light on, and I don't know what to do. So I guess I don't know. How does this go up? I forget. Is it better off or on? I don't know. Maybe we'll just do that for now. Is this on? Oh, this is on too. Do I need that on? Oh, that kind of helped, didn't it? I don't know what to do. It's all like kind of crazy. If I turn this off, I don't know. Kind of reorganizing my desk too, and I'm kind of trying to put some stuff away, but I keep pulling more stuff out, so that's not working very well. It's raining. Oh, you got the guy's got thunder. Poor puppy. Yeah, they don't like the storm thing. So remember, tomorrow is spring. If you live where I live, or in any places where they change the clocks for daylight savings time, we leap forward, spring forward tonight at 2 a.m. Tomorrow will be like an hour ahead. So, um, just a reminder for that. And oh my gosh, I need to get some of these things out of my way. I need to get my keyboard out of the way. Um, like I said, I'm reorganizing my desk and stuff, and may go deeper than that and like get rid of, move some of those like music production chords and things that I have that I was talking about, and put them away somewhere secure because I don't think I got time to mess with that. I don't even enjoy that really. I do that when I can't do anything else. I got my piano now, and that's kind of like all I care about. Now, where's this reflection coming from? Okay, it's coming from my other, um, what do you call it? The arm from my other webcam. Okay, so today is the 18th day of Lent, and so I figured I would do day 18. I've been working on, like I said, I'm going through this book just like however. This is a book I'm probably just gonna work on, every Lent, and not try to finish it this Lent, because I really like the pictures, I really like the meditations, the scriptures I have and stuff, and so um, it's not going to be a rush through book for me. But before I do that, I just want to say, first of all, my disclaimer: my mythographic page, that octopus. Like I said, I'm putting this in the running for the ugliest page I've colored in 2026. Cause, child, it is what it is. I may like it when I look at it another day, but last thing I did with it was like just a few hours ago. I put some. Oh my gosh, I gotta get rid of this stuff. It's just like, um. Last thing I did was I put some stipples on it, a couple different colors, because I don't know. I just didn't know what to do with it. I just, no matter what it did, it was just like, oh my gosh, what are we trying to do here? I don't know. This book was never my choice of one to ever color in, really, until I knew I had a better grasp on like coloring crystals. But also, some of the crystals in this book are so small, you can't even like you do a tutorial of it. The image is so tiny. You can't do all that work in that tiny space unless you're already skilled with knowing how to color crystals. So I just started throwing everything at this. Oh, look, how did it get on the site already? I don't even think I closed the book, did I? I tried not to close the book and Stipples got on the other side anyway. But um, yeah, so like I said, this is in my running for my ugliest page colored in 2026. I don't know. I don't know. Almost looks like it needs more white bubbles, which I did with this Posca marker. I don't know. Maybe I should put more white in there. I don't know. And it's never over until it's over. I don't know. I also started coloring this one, which I'm liking it. Of course, I focused on the fox first. Um, and this is like an example of some of those crystals that are so small. It's like, well, how are you supposed to make it look like a crystal? You don't have much space to work in. So I don't know what to do with it. And I really don't. How do you make something that small look like a crystal? I have to think differently about these. Um, but I used alcohol markers in this. Actually, my alcohol markers that I never used. These Tung Fu things or whatever they're called, Tung Fu Shop. Um, and that's what I based like the plants with. Any green that's here, I based with that. I based all the mushrooms actually in beige, very pale like cream color. Even these, and because I didn't know what color I wanted to make anything, and I thought, well, what if I just do them beige because they look just like real mushrooms in the world that are beige. But I thought, well, beige is kind of boring, and so I actually colored over this one. And I just kind of like the interest of, who knows how it's going to turn out at the end. I don't know what color it's going to wind up being. So these, I think I went over them with purple. Um, and yeah, so I'm just playing with this page. I like the fox. Of course, my obsession with dogs lately. Dogs and cats, of course. Just either one. I miss having both. And yeah, so I like this page better than the octopus page. Now, the first page that Mandy was coloring was the out of this book that she was doing a buddy color with, and I couldn't find my book at the time, so I couldn't do it. It was the page with the honeycombs, and I'm scared of that page. I need to really have a grasp and have my faculties with me to be able to color this page. But she's already finished hers, so yeah, so no rush there. But um, it really does take a certain kind of mindset to color mythographic pages. And I just, just to be able to do a buddy color, I just quickly just went in and did this, which probably is a great approach to it. Just do it and don't think about it so hard. So at least it's done, pretty much, for whatever. And I also started working on another page, um, this one. And I like this one because I don't know, it doesn't have as many crystals, or maybe it does. There's some. Oh, sorry, this is why I tried to use my other um, webcam, but it wasn't. I didn't like how it was turning out. There's some crystals down there and up here, but there's not a lot. So I was attracted to this picture for that, and it's a face. Now and because I had the pencils I had out were color pencils, and it probably wasn't the best pencil for me to be using to do this face. Um, so in some ways I like it, and in some ways I don't. But I have a feeling I'm going to be going over them with like a King Art gel stick or something. to like just put another layer of the purple on there. I do like how there's like some of the white in there and whatever, and I just kind of want to contour it some more. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna be working on this in the Fox page in here. Oh, there's some crystals up there too. But somehow these don't feel as intimidating to me as they did in, well, the octopus page. Like it's almost like the castles are all crystals too. That just was like too much for me. It was overwhelming, but I got it done. Um, so, and I do like the fact that it pushed me to think about, to not think so hard about coloring a page and just do it. You know, sometimes you need to do that. And that's what coloring challenge is, why I like those two. This one, I like this page. I really want to do something nice with it. I like the shellfish things. Okay, but I'm going to color my lit page because I need to relax. Oops, you weren't supposed to do all that. Oh, and now I just closed the book, but I guess they're all, I guess it's dry now anyway. That's upside down. That's not good. Okay, so here we go. So this is about Jesus in the wilderness. So how do I want to color this? Hey, Lori. And did I say hi, Amy, or did I just like start talking at you? I don't remember. I haven't even eaten breakfast yet, and it's time for lunch, and I haven't eaten that either. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I should eat something, but I don't really feel like it. Do you want to start with the background? I almost feel like I do, but let's see. Get some of these out still. Is there any color in here I want to use? I did practice my piano this morning. Did that. Missing one. Where's the other one? I don't know if I want to do that yet. It's so much easier for me just to color the rest. Doing words and backgrounds are not my forte. Okay, so what are we thinking of? Do we want to do browns? Is that going to be brown? Let's make that brown. Don't want to get out another pencil set because I have so many pencils to put away, and I was just like, oh, I gotta get those sorted first. Ooh, there's my stomach. I don't know if you heard that. I don't know. I feel like I need a better solution for pencils. I like the cases and I don't like the cases because I don't have space to lay my cases out. Um, and that's part of the problem. One reason why I was thinking of maybe getting a cart that I can like roll back and forth in and out, that I can have a case open on, you know. Um, but I really kind of just like getting another piece of something in here like that. I'd rather have it just set up where I can just grab a pencil and do what I got to do. Uh, it's all kind of has to be attached to the way I work. But the thing is, I mean, my main thing I do isn't color. So, you know, how much should I be changing my space to accommodate that? That doesn't seem smart either. So, This is ready for dumping, but I think I have a tip in here. Or did I already put it away? There it is. There's my tip. It's got to go away and put it over here. Put that away later. Dumping shavings. Ooh, don't go down there. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Is that where I put my white pencils? Okay, now I'm curious. I did take. Let's notice this. No, what are these? Oh, why do I have these in here? This would be a good place for me to put my white Prismacolors. Okay. Yeah, I know. We just started talking. It's like, oh wow. Okay. And where did I just put my? Oh, put it there. We can do his hair. Let's do his hair. Start with brown. Child, I'm waiting for my Amazon order. I just kind of piano books. That seems to be my thing these days. Although, like, I'm being conservative about it, but it's kind of like my needs now are different than what they were in like 2017. And so some of the books I have now are not like, no. Some of them are just like, no, we're past that. And other ones are like, no, we're not quite ready for that. We need to do this first. So I found a book that looks really good, a jazz technique book that also has, like kind of like songs in it. That's Oscar Peterson, if you know who he is. I was like, ooh, okay, because he kind of has a somewhat there's some jazz musicians like some kind of thing with it where some are like classically trained and they um notation and things like that, they go with standardized notation. And then there's jazz musicians that do that, Roman numeral thing that kind of drives me nuts, but I'm learning um from another book that I got recently, like a couple weeks ago. So that book has been very helpful. But that book doesn't have songs. And so I wanted a book that has songs, more songs with it. And this Oscar Peterson book does. So I got that. I wound up by mistake ordering a kind of technique exercise book that I was thinking easy pieces basically, but it's classical easy pieces by a classical composer. Like he actually made these things for, people learning piano way back in the day. And I didn't think I had it. And it turns out I do have it. I actually already have one, but I just wasn't finding it readily. And I found it this morning. It's like, oh, so I gotta send that one back because I don't need two of those. Because I'm kind of past that too in a way, but it's good practice for me for sight reading. So while I may have the technique already, and I'm already getting some of the technique from some of the other things I'm doing, like the hand exercises, I still that having that book is good for sight reading, which is another thing. I'm like working on everything at the same time. Because the thing is, I have a little bit of skill with everything, and I'm kind of like in different places, like combinations of like beginner, early intermediate, and intermediate. And so it's like been a thing of like trying to figure out the actual things I need to practice and then where I can get that, um, how I can get that practice in, what's going to help me get that practice in. So, Lord's been helping me with that. So I'm going to send that Mueller book back when I get it because I don't need it. I already have one. Um, what else did I get? Did I get another piano book? No, I got a French book. Okay, I got two things for French. One is one of those, it's really fold out laminated sheets that has like grammar and all that kind of stuff on it. So it's like a quick, easy guide. They have them for like everything from languages to the sciences to everything. So I got one for French because I've kind of been lax on my French. Like I've been kind of lax on my French, period. But I feel like I need to start having more than one way to approach it, my French learning. Um, to have some ways that are more immersive, and then others, like with Babbel, the Babbel app and Quizzic. So I want to start watching French films again. And I got this book that actually has um, fairy tales, like the originals of fairy tales, because like Charles Perrault was one of the people that wrote the fairy tales, the first people to put in writing fairy tales like Beauty and the Beast and Bluebeard and some other ones, because all of these things were like things that maybe like different, people used to tell, different common people just used to tell these stories at night or whatever, or just to amuse people while they're working and things like that. And then a bunch of people went around at some point that were upper class and kind of collected these stories and edited them to like, their liking and put them in print. So anyway, um yeah, I bought a book that has the the story in French and in English because I want to start being able to write in French, and I want to get a better handle on um conversing and writing in French and sentence structure in real time rather than, you know, just learning by rote and things like that. I want to combine the ways, different ways that I learn, always have a way to learn that is accessible at the moment because I'm always doing 10 gazillion things at a time. Um, so that's coming. I think that's it. I think. Do I want to use this? It says it's dark gray violet, which seems kind of odd, but I'm curious what kind of color. So probably might give me a nicer kind of black than if I use black. So have last night I was checking on like a former colleague who actually teaches in the Arab Emirates, and it looks like were remote teaching on the second, and spring break was supposed to start on the ninth, but I think they just started it early because of everything that's going on. And so I saw that. I think people still stay in contact with them, so I haven't like talked with them in an app or anything in a long time. But He's on like my LinkedIn. He's one of my people on my LinkedIn. And yes, I'm expecting lots of people in lots of different ways. I was praying this morning too, and kind of going in. But God's in control, that's for sure. He's never not in control. So just hold to him. Again, it goes back to that, like, I keep thinking, like, dang, that, the landscape is changing to the thing that I heard a couple of years ago. And I was like, well, yeah, this fits with that. Yeah, big time. And it kind of fits with the fact that it kind of had this shudder inside when I heard that. I was like, oh. But then with that, God says, I'll keep you. He will keep you in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on him, because the person doing that trusts in him. And that's what we got to do. That's what every believer has to do in every part of the world where there's trouble, and even have it when there's not trouble. It's just as important. But I mean, just kind of Palestinian Christians, that's been on my mind since 2 years ago. And I think it's very, it's not coincidental that certain groups of Christians don't even think about Palestinian Christians, of which they do definitely exist. There's a lot of them. So, like, if you think they're suffering on more than one side by being a minority among their own people, and by where they live being attacked, and by the fact that Western Christians, or even maybe mainly Christians in the United States, don't even recognize that they're there, which is really sad. Very sad. I've been praying for them since from the beginning. I'm praying for Israel, who won't let God do his thing his way. Sad about that too. If something is for you, it's for you. If God says this is for you, you don't have to worry about how you're going to get it. You don't have to do things in your own by your own devices to have it get it done. God will do it. But you try and do it your own way, some discipline is coming. Failure and discipline. Whom the Lord loves, he chastens. Kind of like, you can tell I'm having fun doing this, right? Because I keep doing it. It's just like, I don't even know how it becomes what it is, and I just do it. Yeah, it's really, I don't even know. It's really warm today. It's warm. And I think we had some thunder this morning. I don't know if we're going to have any more later, but we had some this morning. And they were saying thunderstorms today. My other computer went to sleep. I'm kind of feeling like, well, you know what? I went to bed really late last night. It was like 3 a.m. actually that I went to bed. I just wasn't tired, and I was cleaning. I was cleaning the bathroom and kitchen floor, and I don't know. I was like, I'm awake. Well, I'm just gonna go with it. What did I do? What was I looking for? Weather, looking for the weather. Oh my gosh, it's 61 degrees. Wow. Okay, that's like time to put on shorts around here. Not really, but I'll bet you go out. If I went out today, I'd see some people with shorts on. Yeah, wow. That's really warm for here. And like not unheard of in March, but like considering what we've had, there's still snow on the ground. Um, Mostly the places where it was heaped up because we were trying to get it out the way. Um, yeah, that's a lot. So it says nighttime, couple of thunderstorms. Okay. And it says the lowest it's going to be is 34 next Monday. Hmm. Wow, next Monday. Oh, wow. Next Monday. Wait a minute. Do I have just 1 week before spring break? Oh, crap. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I need to get cracking on some work. So let's see. What else are we gonna? What are we gonna do with his beard? He's got like a mosaic in his beard. I don't know what to do with that. Kind of feels weird. It's like this is Jesus, right? So like, I can't be making him look crazy. That would be bad. Can't make him look crazy. Although I mean, I could if he. I mean, I could make him look crazy. It was a stained glass, but I don't know. I really need to think out of the box a little bit. I really do. I get so fixated on, the realism thing, and I need to sometimes. That's why sometimes I just like coloring things that are just total fantasy because then I don't have that getting in the way in my head of thinking I got to make it look realistic. Because it's like an automatic thing. I don't even like, I'll try to do it, it just happens. I break out with that from the jump. But let's see. Can we push ourselves way out of that? Why does it look like I've never used this pencil? What is this? It's still got the same tip, basically, from like how they come. What is it? Bright Wisteria. Okay, we're using Bright Wisteria somewhere. Let me use it up there. I did some laundry this morning. I washed like the duvet cover, which is a really big, clunky thing. What else do I have that I haven't used? Oh, there's this too. I haven't used this one either, which seems odd because it looks like a good skin tone color. Where can we put it? Where can we put it? Oh, I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna use all our pencils. Use them all. Oh, the thing is covering up that spot, isn't it? And you break up that color. Break up the mute neutral. But I don't know. I'm gonna do this here. Just because I can. I have chow and bought more beans. And they're coming today. I'm seeing all these things I haven't really used. That's been used a little bit. Light indigo. Hmm. What do I want? Looking for pencils that I haven't used. Colors I have not used. Kind of spread the wealth. Thinking I might make a pizza today, even though I could put spinach on it. That would make it kind of healthy. Um, so while my husband was out, I asked him. He asked if I needed anything. I says, "Yeah, pick up some pizza dough um, that they make at the bakery." So I have cheese and I have pepperoni. So I'm thinking that's easy. Welcome back, Lori. So I'm thinking that I'll make a pizza because that's easy. I'm kind of prepping because I really want to make. One reason I broke down and I bought some white beans. I'm like, oh brother. So I bought some cannellini beans, a big hunk of them. But well, there's always something working in my brain. Kind of a little spiteful, maybe. But I bought them from an Iranian store on Amazon, a small business. And I also bought some spices from them, za'atar seasoning and something else. Sumac, za'atar seasoning and sumac. Um, so that's coming today, hopefully. It says it is. And because I want to make uh, white chili with chicken, and I have some poblano peppers that I want to kind of make a sofrito with and chop up to put in there. And I kept saying, "Well, you got other beans. You got other beans. You got red beans. You got black beans. You got." But like, I really want white beans for it, and I don't want to use the butter beans for that because the butter beans is a whole nother kind of thing, a whole nother kind of meal. Um, I got the turkey legs in the freezer to go with that and stuff, and plus I don't feel like eating that heavy like that. I'm not in a butter beans kind of mood right now. So, um, but chili, I can adapt to chili because I can do like I had the other regular chili I made a few weeks ago, and I mostly I think I ate it out of a bowl once. All every time I ate it, I made loaded nachos with it and had lots of lettuce and on it and avocado and things like that. So, um, and then my husband can eat it with the bowl. As that's how he eats it. But I like things where I can kind of like pick and whatever. So, and I can't do that if I make butter beans. That's like a meal. No other way to eat that. And then, so I think I might make pizza today and then make white chili tomorrow or Monday. Because then I'll for sure have everything I need to do that. And da, 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 da. Coloring. Say, talking about food while coloring. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. Is that how it goes? Maybe I'm kind of unintentionally fasting lately these days. I don't know what it is with me and food. I've really been in low key mode with it. Maybe I should have made this grass yellow. He's in the desert. I saw a video the other day. Oh my gosh, it was so adorable. And I thought, but I don't think I posted it to my wall because I keep posting all these, uh, especially animal videos to my wall, and people must think I'm kind of crazy. But there were these cows, and they're like in like desert area. I don't know if it was Arizona, Mexico, or what, but some kind of desert area with cattle, and there were those particular types of cactus that they're like have like the I don't know the pieces, the round kind of oval or whatever pieces coming off of it every which way, and then the prickly things coming out of all of them. And there was the rancher guy was had a flamethrower or torch or whatever you call it, and he was burning off the sticky things off of the cactus so that the cows could eat it, because I guess this particular cactus the cows really like to eat, and it's like a nice treat for them, and it has water content, so it gives it keeps them hydrated, and they absolutely love it. It's like a wonderful snack for them. So he's like torching the things, and there's all these cattle. They're kind of like they're it's like open space. It's not like closed in. It's like open range, and so they're kind of like watching him torch each one, and they stand back. They know to stand back, right, until he's done. And but they're like eager. You can tell they're looking. They're just looking. They're waiting for him to finish so they can go in and start eating. It was so adorable. And they really love them things. Oh my gosh, they were so happy. I don't know. I may have to post that video anyway because that was really that was so cute. That was really nice. A nice snack for them. Healthy snack. I guess people eat that cactus too. And it seems like from what people were saying in the comments that it's also kind of in a way, kind of a nuisance plant. So it's like that's what I always say. That's the way to get rid of a nuisance plant. Eat it. Eat it, and it's no longer a nuisance. This is why I kind of like to learn how to eat certain things like what purslane and chickweed. Now that we don't have cats and dogs, I would be more inclined to do that. But having cats and dogs, I'm like, they're peeing everywhere and stuff. It's like, no, I can't. No, I don't. Even if I clean it, I'll be feeling like I didn't clean it good enough. I don't know what's been on it. I don't know what lifted their leg up on it. I feel like that needs some yellow, but maybe we need a page without any yellow in it. And I'm just random talking all over the place, but I guess it's what I do anyway, so probably no warning needed. But the pizza. Now I get to use I get to try out my new pizza stone, which is kind of a plus and a minus because I don't feel like doing anything new. But hopefully it just works like my other one and it's no problem. But I get to try it out. I want to use red, but do I have a different kind of a red or reddish thing that I haven't used in this set? Oh, this isn't even a this isn't even a color. It's Evazar London. Where are those? Where's the case? This has to go somewhere else. I'm gonna put it over here so I can put that in that case. What color is this? I like this color. Eggplant. Mm. Yeah, I wish I could think of a good system for pencils for me. Oh my. I hope that doesn't come out. I went a little too far with it. Here, I don't know if Restream just changed how its interface looks and kind of throwing me for a loop. When so many different things change at the same time, it's becoming more and more aggravating to me, and I need to like chill. I need to find a way to deal with that and just chill. But it's hard because it disrupts your efficiency in your day. And, but I gotta learn how to get over it and move along. Just keep moving. Because that whole thing with KindMaster just really like all I wanted to do was make a short, and it took like forever. 2 hours or something to jump through all those hoops. It's telling me, well, to verify your YouTube account, go here. And I was like, I don't even see the thing you're talking about. What are you talking about? Go where? I don't see that. I think it was because I never had to go there before. I didn't even notice it. And I didn't have my glasses on, but I can see most things without them. But that one was really hiding out. Hey, foot soldier. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. Hope you fought off whatever that was trying to come on you in the cootie season. So I don't know. I should just do this. I'm doing it with the other ones. I might as well just stay there with the color, right? Just stay there. So I added some French films to my Prime Video list. I should look to see if Netflix has any. So, well, that just kind of flaked off into that, but that's okay. We'll work with it. If you can see the purple dust. Kind of want to make him more olive, but I don't know. We could do that later. And he's in the desert. Probably has tan. 40 days and 40 nights, he must have gotten a tan on top of already being olive skinned. How would I do that? I don't know. I feel like I'll mess it up if I do that. Try to do that. Do I have a little pencil that could do that for me and not make it look? Because with colors, they're so waxy. Like the way I just went on there, I don't think it's gonna. I don't know if anything is really gonna. Oop, now we made them yellow. See what I mean? When you should leave well enough alone. Although that makes it kind of expressionistic, I guess. That's what That's what I'm gonna say. that'll be my that'll be my explanation. Well, I'm making it expressionistic. What if I make him all his skin all different colors? So this part of his face has that. This has something else. This has something else. Because like, does it matter? It's supposed to be kind of, you know, something. I'm making this red because I can. It may not stay red because let me go over it with another color, but for now, it's gonna be red. So now I'm thinking I don't know if there's any theme for April. I don't remember anyone for any ongoing April theme from past years in the coloring community, but um I don't even know if I like that being red now that I look at it. I don't like that. Um but I know for May I already know my plan is it may not work out this way, but my plan is actually to do my color in my Jasmine Beckett Griffith mermaid book. I don't think I've colored in that at all. So and I think do I have another mermaid book? Oh, and then I've got the Camellia Dorico book, but I don't like that one so much. But I could if I don't feel like I have the guts to do the Jasmine book, I can always do the Camellia Dorico book because I don't care what I do to it. Is that bad? I don't care what I do to it. I've already messed it up anyway, so. Well, there's some pages in there actually that I really like. So I shouldn't say that. But it takes more. I don't know why I did that just now. Why did I do that? I don't know. That's a crazy color. I don't know why I'm liking this. I'm liking this color a lot. We're going for abstract expressionists. That's what we're doing. Mm-mm. The just shall live by faith. It was my kind of like the word to me for last year. And what got me through a lot of things was that scripture. The just shall live by faith. The just shall live by faith. And it hasn't stopped being important, of course. Another thing that's been added to that is this past week is love. People respond to love no matter what. They respond to it. They might rail against it when they're in the face of it, of somebody expressing that towards them. But when they're by themselves, it resonates no matter what. It resonates. Even if it came from somebody that they're like, I don't like those people. I don't like what. No, love resonates because we as human beings, we long for that. And I was actually listening to a sermon from Times Square Church in New York City, in Manhattan, in Times Square, of course, that's where it is. And yeah, it was so, it just hit me. And I haven't listened to anything from them in a long time. And suddenly, I don't know, came up in my feed or something. I don't know how but I listened to it and it just was really resonating with me. It's like, you know what, that's it. You're right. That's it. Or maybe I wasn't thinking that, but you're right. That's it. But it just seemed to be like that's the rule of the day. That's the way to move in the world today. Especially since, people are being so mean and stuff like that. But love speaks. It really does. And I actually had that the day after I listened to that sermon, I had a situation with work where that actually was acted out. Like the opportunity was there, and I was very aware of how that was working in that situation. And I was like, wow, okay, I see now. And it has me rethinking this scripture, the scripture, love covers a multitude of sins. Because I'm like, cover up? Well, no, we don't want cover ups and secrets. I hate secrets. But I don't think that's well, now it helps me to re-see that scripture, and I need to look at it in context and think about it more, because I don't want to, you know, take that scripture out of context. But the way I was always thinking of it is like, no, it doesn't deny that, love doesn't deny that wrong or sin exists, and doesn't try to cover up the sin. But there's something about the way that loving someone who's in the wrong somehow sets them on the right path. Not by denying that they did wrong, but something else, which I don't quite know yet, because I don't know everything. It's the thing I gotta think about and pray about and read about to see exactly what's up with that. But um, I saw it happen. Acting out of love and not out of offense. When you know there's a way that somebody is thinking about you, And you can't stop how other people think about you. They're going to think what they're going to think. But not moving out of what you know they think about you. Moving out of who you know you are, and in grace, with grace and mercy, addressing the wrong, but loving them too, realizing Jesus died for that person. Jesus died for you just like he did for me, and always having that in my head. So I'm going to treat that person like I know that Jesus died for you just like he did for me. And there was just something in our conversation, it was just something that just broke. And at the end, the person said, "Thank you." And I wasn't, going to be, I just, humility through the whole thing, because it's like, I know, you know, I need grace and mercy just like you do. We're in the same boat, really. Mine might be in a different situation, but, you know, we both benefit from grace and mercy. So I'm going to show it just as I receive it. Ooh, and I just went over the line. Oh well. Show it just as you receive it. I think there's a lack of awareness among certain groups of Christians that actually you are always continuously 24/7 a recipient of grace. You didn't, you ain't, yeah, you're not where you are in your position with the Lord of your own doing. So what are you so, you know, haughty and exclusive about? It's not you. You have nothing to be exclusive about because you didn't do it. It's not you. And I think this is where God's going to be checking a lot of people on that. Like a Canadian hockey player on the ice. They're going to get checked. Really, they're going to get checked. And I don't say that as a get back to them. I'm saying that because I know, because I get checked. Just like I get checked, they're going to get checked. And I pray that they receive the check and turn around and walk correctly. That's my prayer. Hey, Ivy Pearl. It is. It is. It does. It does. It does. It does. It does. I saw it just like right in that moment, in that meeting I had the other day. And I thought, you know what? And now, like I said, where sin abounds, grace much more abounds. And letting grace in, it lets God do his work in me and in the other person. And then I'm excited for what I'm going to see happen with that other person. Letting grace in. Let it in. Let it in. Make that space for God. Get in that space. Okay, now there's a circle. I receive grace from Jesus. I'm giving grace to this person because I know Jesus gave grace to me, and I see Jesus right there. So Jesus saying, I died for this person just like I died for you, all right? So, like, you watch how you deal with them. Even if they don't know me, it doesn't matter. I already died for them. So, check yourself, Linda, before you wreck yourself. Yeah, so I'm excited to see. Um, I'm excited just for being, you know, being obedient, and for what the Lord is going to do in and for that person. Because you never know when you're the one who actually opens the door for somebody to find themselves in the world and find themselves in Christ. You never know. It could be the moment where you're the most frustrated and aggravated and whatever else, where, like, if you let the Lord in to do what he wants to do, um, that could be the moment that changes that other person's life. So I don't know why I'm saying all that. It's just like I'm in some kind of place or some kind of way today. Like I said, I was up till 3 a.m., wide awake, and when I went to bed, I just went to sleep. No problem. I wasn't overtired or anything. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know. But seems like we're staying in purples, which I kind of like. Purple is royalty, right? So that kind of fits. Um, guess I'll make this light purple because I haven't used this pencil that much. So let's use it. Then I figure when I get off of here, it's just going to be straight on. Well, make my pizza, do some more laundry. What else did I want to do? As soon as I get my book, I'm going to be opening up that book, that Oscar Peterson book. I'll be tearing that up. Or I think I am. I'll probably look at it and say, oh dear, what have I done? I need to make a plan. I do need to practice some jazz technique today, though. Definitely need to do that. I need to get a more. I need to get a specific plan for how I practice which scales. I need to do that. I saw a video on YouTube that was talking about that. But yeah, I'm thinking about that because like if you know scales, people say scales are boring. I don't think they are. I think they're stress relieving because I'm kind of crazy. Plus, I've always loved piano, so I love the feel of fingers on the keyboard. So to me, I don't hate scales. I love it. Every kind of like lead or anything in a song, like solo, it's all made of scales. It's all about scales. So I don't know how people can hate scales. Scales are the fundamental key to any song played in any instrument. So what's to hate? That doesn't even look like a different purple. I have to do something about that. Maybe. Let's do more of this face. Do I have any actually green in here? Do I have any other? Oh, there's so many grains in this color set that. What's this one? Let me use this one. It doesn't look very used at all. Bud green? Okay. I have a feeling I'm going to mix this with another color, but for now, I'm going to use this as the base. I do need to keep an eye on my time, though. So I may not get... I'm probably not going to get all of this colored. Not in this live. Probably work on it off and on today and tomorrow. Because I'm slow. I'm slow. I was thinking as I was putting the down comforter back into the duvet cover, which is like my least favorite job. But I think I actually got it right the first time, which is like, wow, that was amazing. Um, then it might be, I don't know, might be the last time. Might not be using it again with the way the weather is. Might have been a good time to have washed that because might not be using it anymore this year until fall. Well, that's kind of weird. So if I'm going to color in the Jasmine Beckett Griffith book for Mermaid book for May, I really got to start thinking about how I'm going to approach that book because I don't have a I don't have a way to approach her pages really that I feel confident with. So that's something I'm going to be thinking about. Excuse me. Oops. Went over the line. I wonder if I should put some yellow in here. Or I could use acrylic. One of my shiny things. How long have I been on? Oh, hour and 12 minutes. I cut myself off at an hour 30 minutes. Is this that bright one? This is this one. Rosy cheeks. Where do I want it? Inside or outside? I still have to finish that mandala I started too. Kind of didn't make it for this Monday, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to make it for this one either. I'm going to try to, though. Keep going outside of the line. Mm-hmm. Running out of colors. I don't know if I like the green, but whatever. What can I mix with green to change the color? Mm. Mm-hmm. Red color. Where is that one? We didn't use any of that. Do we want any of that on him or no? Maybe, maybe not. Kind of want to limit my palette just because. Just to see how everything looks with that limited palette. What the heck is going on? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's use this again. I love this color. This is the one, right? Is it this one or the other one? We have two blues. Or did I use this blue? Or did I use both? So yeah, last night, by the way, I did. Especially did it with this one. This is the one where I keep feeling like when I start hearing the tips clicking on the keyboard, that's when I know I gotta file them down. This one I probably need to file down a little bit more, but this is kind of like how far down I've been filing my nails these days. So you can't really see any white at all because that's the best way for me to play because my tips are like as my fingers hit. So no more nails. So I was in Foxy's live last night and it says, nope, I file them down to the quick. That's what I was talking about. Okay, I like that blue. Colors really seem to like the paper in this book. So what do I line that guy with? What would happen if I line it with this? Would that be okay? Very. What if I can? Oh, is that what I have there? That would mean I would have to do that, wouldn't it? Is this the color? I can't remember. No, it looks different. Well, that's all right. We can change it. Why do I feel like I'm about to open up another can of tuna fish? I swear I can't stop eating tuna fish. if that was the right color, but we're gonna try and turn it at least a little bit. Where's that ear color? Well, it's probably not going to be the same with that underneath that, but without that peachy color underneath, it's not going to be the same color, but that's okay. You want this over here? I'm going to put it here. Because sometimes we'll say, well, that doesn't go together, but you know what? If you have it on the page together, guess what? It goes together. We're making it go together. Maybe it was this color that I got that. I don't know. Which was this purple, not the other one. One of them seems more gray. So what other color do I have? I have the green, which they don't seem like they're very nice colors together, but I'm putting it here anyway. Yeah, I'm pressing down hard. Some places I do, some places I don't. I'm gonna put another color in there probably to kind of. Yeah, I really do like having long nails, but I love my piano more. I love my piano more. And since the Lord wanted me to have it, it's like, okay, we know what this means. I've been taking better care of my cuticles, though, in the process. Which I mean, usually it's kind of like when my nails get long, I usually take better care of my cuticles. But now is I'm just like overall taking better care of my nails, and the cuticles. And actually, I've been using. I need to do this today, maybe tonight. I've been using this on my cuticles because it's got like 12% glycolic AHA, um, glycolic alpha hydroxy acid. And I heard that, like, in some ways, that's really good to use on your nails, but you got to make sure you also put something with moisture on it afterwards. So I've been doing like that lotion, and then like when I do it at night, I put that lotion on and rub it into my cuticles, sides of my nails, and then I'll use Vaseline, put Vaseline on it, and then have that on overnight. Um, or I'll use that and then use like the CeraVe moisturizing cream, and it's been working really well. Ronnie Q, hey Ronnie Q, do you watch what's his name, Cam somebody? Because I was thinking of you when I was watching one of his videos yesterday. What's his name, Cam somebody? I don't know. Maybe I'll have to post the video to my wall and share it with you or something. But yeah, I was thinking of you when I was watching his video. Um, he's been doing some videos about like, well, he did one that was kind of like exposing what's his Dr. Rashad Ritchie or whatever his name is. Who I always thought was kind of sus anyway, but he had some good things to say sometimes. But I don't know. Anybody with those TYT people, I kind of side eye. But I really liked his other videos more than his kind of like, whatever you call them, critiquing people videos. And I think he's going to get more back to his other kind of videos, which kind of makes me happy. But I don't know why I can't think of his last name. What happens if I put this on the outside? You been crafting lately, Ronnie Q? I almost feel like that question is redundant, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Ronnie Q is a crafter with two cute little dogs that I'm scared of. They're gonna bite me. I'm being sarcastic. I'm not afraid of them biting me, but they're kind of fierce. Not so much sassy, but the other one, ooh, he's kind of fierce. Kind of fierce. Oh, really? No, his name is Cam. And let me see if I can sign on to my other. Let me sign up. My other video went to sleep. My other computer went to sleep. I gotta wake it up. Wake it up. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, come on now. Wake up. Wake up. I mean, this thing lately, it just keeps going into this really deep sleep. Like, it just. How many computers have been made? Oh, you've been making dog sweaters? Awesome. So, are you sewing them, knitting them, crocheting them? Rascal. That's him. What the heck? This thing doesn't want to wake up. Wake up. I ain't fooling around with you. Okay, so I'll do it on this one then. Be like that. Be like that. This is the other thing I keep having to deal with all the time is how this, I don't know, these computers be in this funk. They don't know what to do. Oh, now it comes on. It's like, oh, you're going to turn the other one on? Let me show up so you don't leave me behind. Silly. Oh, wow. Awesome. That is so awesome. That's another thing that's on my list is getting actually I want to learn Tunisian crochet, and I have my hooks. I bought my hooks and everything, and I want actually if I do it on the same computer, I could actually like post it in the chat. Duh. Boo. Oh jeez. Got all kinds of issues around here. Let me see. Da 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 da. I want to go to. Actually, I want to go to history. 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 Here's one I didn't. Oh, no, I didn't clear my history from last night. Cam James. That's his name. Um, copy link. I like that young man. I've been kind of following him for a while. I mean, I don't watch every video he does, but like he's been through, various kinds of things, configurations in his life, just and what he does on his video. And now, why is this like open? Oh, brother, get out the way! Oof. His name is Cam James. He's a very interesting young man, and I'm praying for him and watching him like an old auntie to see which way. But I almost feel like I want to tell him you need to talk to Benjamin Dixon. I feel like I want to tell him that, but I'm trying to not meddle and just pray. Yeah, check him out. Check him out. He's really and this is a new channel that he's starting, but his other one is just, I guess it's just under Cam James. I'm trying not to like start. There we go. Does he have his other? Yeah, he's got his main channel under that video. So you can see like both. But this is a new one he's starting. Um, yeah, interesting young man. I feel like all of our like this the young adult generation, like from 19 to 30 maybe, or 19 to 25, there's something interesting that's happening with them, um, that is really good. And I keep every time I encounter in person, like at work, people from this generation, and it doesn't matter what race they are, I'm talking about all of them, just them as a generation, no matter their race, ethnicity, as long as they're living in the United States, it's like all of them. There's something very interesting that's happening with them that's very promising, and yeah, so I'm just praying about it. So I kind of don't buy into some of this thing, some of these people that keep talking about the different generations and the letters and all this stuff, and like complaining and all that kind of stuff. I don't really see in the younger people that I talk to, I I'm not seeing those people, the complainers. I'm seeing the ones that already have, they already see things the way it is, and they want to move in what they know is right. Um, yeah, and I feel like I don't know how old he is. He's probably like, I don't know, 30, maybe. I don't know. I can't even tell anymore. Um, he seems to be one of the people that he kind of has He may not know it and he may not want to be, but he has the kind of mindset that reminds me of like the 1970s when I was a child then, but the 1970s and the people that I know who were the ones who were building the
There we go.
what is that? Oh, building the
Good
paradigm
afternoon,
for
Washington, D.
what just happened? That was weird. Building the paradigm for all the things that everyone was benefiting from for like the last however many years. Like as far as um, American with Disability Act, the Civil Rights Movement, Women's Rights Movement, all those things that those wound up creating for us to make our environment and our work environment and living environment better. The people who made those things up. To me, when I see him, I feel like he's got that stuff that's like the people who created that kind of stuff back then, the things that helped to make our nation better. So I don't know. I just feel that I don't know. Because even as I was watching, I was thinking last night because I had watched like um bits of the Jesse Jackson thing, and in one part, like I know some of the things like about his personal life and whatever, and like, but um I was thinking back to when I was a little kid and seeing, you know, all of those guys, and I think I had a crush on Stokely Carmichael. I got to tell you, but I had weird crushes. I had a crush on Stokely Carmichael and John Dean from the the Nixon, Watergate thing. Anyway, um, but I see Jesse Jackson with his afro, his kind of soft hair afro, and was thinking about the things that he was doing back then, like with Operation Push and all of that, and I said, yeah, I think we're in that moment. We're in that kind of moment where people have to start standing up for people. We have to start standing up for each other because I guess it's just that time. The people have to move, and then the people who are supposed to be acting for us, then they'll pay attention, but don't rely on them. They're on the slow bus right now. Well, yeah, well they've been on their own game for a while. But we're giving us concessions for a long while because they kind of had to do that to stay where they are. But now they're in a point where, like, they're just not paying attention to us, so we have to pay attention to us and act accordingly without their help. And I've always been that kind of person anyway. Like, I kind of have been praying and saying, God, is this why I'm the way I am? Because I've always been like, I don't trust any institution. I might work for one, the church I go to might be one, might belong, but no, I don't, I'm not, no, I am who I am, and I'm a child of God, and no institution is my ideology. And that kind of has come forth more and more. The truth of that needing to be the truth has been coming forth more now in the past year than ever, and I'm understanding some things more about my relationship with God and why I am that way. And the things that he kept me out of because he was saying, no, you're not a part of that. You're mine. You're not a part of that. And that's not who you are. And not really telling me then, but now I see those institutions were on some FS that had nothing to do with him. I didn't know it at the time, but the Lord knew. Like, no, you're mine. Okay, take care, Ivy Pearl. So, always in my head, too, I've always had this idea that I wanted to have some kind of educational organization that was not really organization, effort that educated children but was not associated with, you know, any school system. That it just worked independently. It was by choice, be there or don't be there. um, Not during school hours or anything. Um, but I never wanted to be a teacher, so I never understood what any of that was about. Why do I have that desire? What is that? And I think because I learned outside my learning, a lot of it, although I went to school, a lot of it took place outside of school, things I did on my own. And I don't know. I don't know what that's about either. I don't know. But yeah, that's all another part of that whole the landscape is changing. That like I knew it would be on many fronts. I don't have no way to name what any of those, how, what, when, where, why, or anything. But it was told to be aware and just look look at him, look at the Lord. He will make sure my feet are always where they need to be, always on a stable ground where they need to be. Now that stable ground might be changing a lot, just like an earthquake, things splitting, things cracking, whatever. It's okay to be in this spot in one moment, and the next moment is not okay to be there. So you got to listen. You got to listen. You got to listen and hold close to him, and you'll be right where you need to be when you need to be there. The uncertainty, especially for somebody like me who don't like change, like things to be the same, and don't, you know, I like certainty. I'm a planner and all that other kind of stuff, but um, that's not the world I'm living in. And then I think and most of us are rarely living in that kind of world, if ever. So it's increasing the just shall live by faith. It's increasing that, um, which is good. So definitely growing. Things happening in ways I had never envisioned or had an idea of, but was never about what I thought. So it's almost 2 hours now. I'm sitting here coloring, but that's okay. It's the weekend. It's probably the only way I would sit and rest. And I still haven't eaten. I need to eat. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. don't want too much blue in here. I don't want it to overtake everything, but I do like this blue. Makes this look kind of, I don't know, Aztec or something. Aztecish. Is that a word? Aztecish? I'm making it one. So then what color there? And then what about those? We could maybe use a sparkle gel pen or something in those, maybe. I don't know what color to make his lips. What can we do this with? Oh, I need the pink. So now I'm going to have to keep these pencils separate. Because I don't think I'm going to remember to pull these out. I wonder if maybe having several tubes, like I have this case here that actually came with pencils that like have this design on them, but I wonder if I had several tubes, basically pencil cases, but that are tubes, to keep the pencils that I'm using on a particular coloring page. I wonder if that would help. And like this just stands up on, it'll stand up on my desk like this. So I wonder if that's a way for me to deal with my, clutter of pencils. This actually holds quite a few pencils. I wonder if that's a way to deal with my too many pencils on the desk problem. Okay, where are we? Because I kind of want to finish this section before I go. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I'll go check on my husband. He's going to an event later. Out of town. Okay. And then I know I'm going to do that with the blue. So that's good. That's a good place to leave off. So that is it for me for today. What's Lori have? Okay, I'm going to head out. So thank you all for joining me. Thanks for bearing with my blah, 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 blah. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you on the YouTube streets. Bye-bye.